We'll do it live. We'll do it live. That was my John. What's up, Big Cam? I wasn't jumping on. I was actually trying to test something because I was in the studio late putting the lights together or whatever, and I wanted to test the lighting, but I saw you sitting on here, so I said, "Well, fuck it. I might as well just go through with it." Um, yeah, Big Cam, new member, appreciate you, man. I'll go on to the other screen when I'm live from my main screen. I'll make you a moderator too. Most of my members are moderators, but yeah, man. Yeah, man, been running around like crazy. Just got back home again for a second time now, so I'm a little jet lag. But my timing is off. I'm on Cali time. That's why I keep getting up late and coming in here, man. But I guess it's a good thing for y'all. All right. So since y'all on here, we're gonna look at Kellen Moore. Before we get into all that, man, let me know, can y'all hear me correctly too? Now, I don't see nobody in the chat really talking. So before I start running my mouth, let me know y'all can hear me. You know what I'll do? I'll give you a second. All right, hold on. What up, Chris? All right, let's see. Let's find some Kellen Moore footage real quick. Oh, no, I like it when I hit this button, man. Hit this button. Is this better? Is this better? Testing, testing, testing. It's better. It sounds better to me though. Hold on. Late night blunt sessions. I need a blunt. All right, everybody can hear me. All right, everybody can hear me. That's good. All right, yeah. Hold on. Yeah, it ain't a late night blunt session though. We're just gonna watch some film with Kellen Moore. Well, Kellen Moore and Chargers defense too. Let's see what everybody doing over there. But first things first, let's watch the offense first because that's what we know. I don't really care what week. Let's watch. They coming off a bye, I think, right? Hold on. There we go. LA offense versus Indy. I mean, Indy ain't a good litmus test, but let's watch it anyway. Take forever to load up here. There we go. Let me get back to StreamYard. Share that. What's up, Richard Coleman? Agent 9, what's good? Chris Davis, Squat, what's good? Malachi Knight, he said, any news on Rashawn Evans? No new news. The good news is, he there. I don't know if they're gonna play him anytime soon, though. I don't know. He might play after the bye, to be honest with you. But I don't care because the boy here. I mean, I'm glad he here, to be honest with you. All right, let's see. Boom. We can see it. Share. Pull that in. Oh, that's LA Rams, man. I was looking for LA Chargers. Hold on. Got the wrong footage. One more second. Bear with me, people. I don't need to squint, do I? There we go. LA Chargers offense. Boom. There we go. All right. Let me see if I'm sharing. Yeah, you can see it. Antonio Hobson, what's good? I ain't really having enough class, man. I just jumped on here, man. I come into I like this like my little sanctuary though. I come into the gym sometimes for late night sessions, and when I'm done doing whatever I had to do in here, might as well not leave without jumping on here live and talking now, man. Since the setup is cool and it's quiet, I like it. Kind of quiet. Watch my niggas bring the right, giving cats the opposite of die. All right, let me blow that up. All right, yeah, we can see. All right, man. I mean, y'all know what's coming up next, man. I've been talking on Twitter for those who been following. I've been arguing with everybody on Twitter for the last couple of days. I was noticing while watching our film that Kellen, not Kellen, look at me. Damn, there go Kellen with a reverse. His reverses work somewhere else. Oh shit, they don't work here. They don't work here. But look at that there. Y'all seen that shit? Oh, let me see. I gotta let y'all look at this. So they running a reverse out of the pistol. They ain't on a 30 though. That's the good news. At least he learned to stop doing that. But looked like a very good reverse. Oh, this not even a reverse. It's just a little crack toss. Very nice. These types of plays are the types of plays that give us problems too. So hopefully, the one who asked me about Evans, hopefully we got Micah Parsons in the middle of the field because I'm pretty sure Evans is not playing. But we need guys that can run sideline to sideline and cut some of that type of stuff off. But I've been talking all week about Ceedee Lamb and Dak and Ceedee Lamb with Mike McCarthy, so on. Some of the stuff we were seeing that really wasn't really rocking with. That was coming from both sides, really, but mainly I've been mainly focused on Ceedee because I've been focused on Dak in the past. I hadn't seen this type of activity from Ceedee before on a consistent basis. You see a little, spat here and there, but never where it was like 4 games straight of the BS. So been talking about it, been vocal on it. A lot of people thinking I'm like making it up. And then right after that, they come out with the locker room interview, and that's all they was talking about, man. So you know, see, he said they was going crazy at you on Twitter, man. Yeah, they mad at me, man. I don't give a shit though. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I wasn't. I mean, obviously, everything I said the day before, the very next day when they got back into the press, that's exactly what they were talking about. They were apologizing for the same things that I was speaking on. So I know I'm not wrong because I'm not blind. You can see that they're not speaking to each other. And when your number one receiver and your quarterback aren't on the same page and they're not talking, how you gonna fix it? You ain't gonna fix it by sitting there grilling. You know what I mean? So I thought that was a little crazy. Tiny smalls, a tiny small. Yeah, what's up? What's up, T Smooth TV? What's good? What's good? Yeah, man. But yeah, I thought that was kind of weird. I thought that was weird. You know what I mean? So they need to fix that for sure. Jay Recruiter, what's up? He said, Koya, night owl. I'm something. I don't know what I am, man. I'm a night owl in the day. I'll be up during the day too. I'll turn right back around, get up at 8 o'clock and start my whole day. I just don't sleep a lot. You know what I mean? How you think I get all this shit done? I don't be sleep ever. You're not wrong. Sounds from the sideline against the pass. You can see it on TD, on the TD he caught. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what nobody wants you to say about it, but at the end of the day, a team player, if you a team player, you deal with the frustrations of installing a new offense. Like I like the way Cooks is handling it, and nobody could be more pissed off than Brandon Cooks right now because Cooks is not getting the ball. And what I think is happening, if I can put my 2 cents in here, this is a long video, so we'll jump into Kellen. Just watch the Kellen as a backdrop while I talk. Damn. Hold on, I gotta watch this though. I think who that Max Crosby? Max Crosby just lit Herbert the hell up. Herbert is a guy that a quarterback that you can rush to a spot. So we might have some success pass rushing against him. They got to get a pretty good offensive line though. But this is boom, god damn, Max tore his ass up. Anyway, um, what was I saying? Oh, the way Cooks is handling it. Cooks could be pissed off about the fact that he's not getting the ball too, but Cooks is the one that's like handling it, in my opinion, like a professional should. So if you look at the way CD is acting, in my opinion, it's like there's no positive that's going to come out of it. I don't see it ending positively for either one because they seem pretty stubborn, and you've already gone to the media with it. Um, right or wrong, I don't really believe in going to the media with your bullshit. Even if y'all want to fight behind scenes, I don't care. But don't go to the media with it. And I think that's like people say it's the Patriot way, but Once you bring it into the media, especially where you're a cowboy at that, with the type of media attention that we get, it's a lot harder to fix those type of issues when you in the you dance along in the interviews. Before we even get into the film, let's look at that real quick because I can pull that into. Hold on, let me just remove this from the joint real quick. Stop screen. Boom. Like before we get in there, I'm gonna pull up some of CD's. For those who haven't seen it, like let's see how many of y'all listen to the locker room interviews by a show of ones. I guess only 59 of y'all in here. I should have 59 likes. But how many of y'all actually listen to the interviews? If you haven't, you probably don't know what the hell I'm talking about, and that's probably why a lot of people on Twitter were cursing me out because they think I'm just bringing it up for no reason. But when you listen to the energy and the way they're talking, it's a lot more toxic than they're giving off because it's they're being polite in the media, and it still sounds like it's more to it than some bullshit. You know what I mean? All right, y'all ain't see it either. All right, cool. I'll pull it in. Yeah. He said, I want to say that first month was trial and error. Let me put you up here so they can read it. Marcus Rose said, I want to say that first month was trial and error for the O, but you have enough tape now to see what works and what doesn't. Now, that's a fact, and that's what it takes to install a new offense. There's no offense that's just going to be coming out rolling like that unless you had like a history or, there's some continuity maybe where the offensive coordinator already kind of was here, and they're just continuing what the other coordinator was doing, sort of like the Eagles. They're continuing what their last coordinator was doing, and they're just calling plays, the same plays, but calling them at different times and different intensity, different pace, so on. But they can get through that curve a little bit differently because the verbiage hasn't changed, their responsibilities haven't changed, their sets, their depth, and their routes haven't changed. So we had a lot that changed. That's not easy to just come in and just be firing off on all cylinders. And people want to say, every time I speak, it's an excuse, but I mean, I look to explain the unexplainable or explain things that's going on around you. So that's the only reasonable explanation, other than the offense. Everybody's offense trash. Well, we can see that his offense not moving the way it's supposed to be moving. So that's obvious. But I wouldn't say trash. Like I said, I like what we do between the 20s. I didn't like anything we did in the San Fran game, but that's not the offense that we were putting out here all season, and that's what I fought them for. I fought them for losing their identity due to anxiety and the big stage. I felt like they didn't play or even coach like themselves on any facet of the game. We got good coaches on every level. John Bones Fossil, we couldn't get nothing going on special teams to give us a spark. We usually do that. We couldn't get anything on defense to give us a spark. So Quinn got out coach. We usually do that. We couldn't get anything on offense to give us a spark. So we were looking for sparks everywhere. Everybody was playing with high intensity, trying to make something happen, trying to be a big player that makes big plays in big games, right? And it just didn't work. It didn't work. But anyway, we ain't really talking about the San Fran game, but that's where some of this stuff stems from. Some of these thoughts of the offense being stagnant, that's where it stems from. Okoye, do you think this must be a win? This is a must win coming off this loss? I think every week, with the way this fan base reacts, with the way the media reacts, I feel like no, it's not a must win. But with the energy that's directed at the Cowboys organization right now and the spotlight that they're under, it feels like every game for the season is a playoff game. And I don't think anybody pays attention to the intensity of that. Like everyone here plays with a different level of anxiety because they can't just hide. Right now the Ravens they're 3-2. The Cowboys are 3-2, but you wouldn't think they're both 3-2. You would think that the Ravens are like 5-0, and the Cowboys are 0-5. You know what I'm saying? Because they're asking if the Cowboys might not make the playoffs and shit like that. And I'm not saying that we automatically gonna make it, but I'm like, what indicator would the media have to say we just won't make the playoffs? So that's a little crazy, but that's because of the intensity. So when you have stuff like this going on the sidelines with CD and with Dak, that this isn't the team or the environment that can overcome stuff like that because the media is already looking for everything. You see how AJ and Jalen, they can get over them arguing at I think the Minnesota game. They can get over that. Why? Because they've been winning and they don't have that same media energy coming at them, right? Us, man, Trayvon cursed at Dak. That was going on for 3, 4 weeks. They was talking about it. Nobody respecting Dak. And now that the carryover is you kind of see that CD, his own receiver, don't respect him. And then they're not respecting the coaches because they keep talking glowingly of the coach we're about to play. I'm like, we're about to play Kellen. I know y'all like Kellen. You don't gotta say nothing bad about Kellen. Don't get me wrong. I don't think they should even attempt to. But uh, when they bring up our offense and you say, what's the identity of this offense? And you're like, I don't know. And for those who ain't see it, let's put it on. I don't know. When you saying it like that, and then when you bring up Kellen, everybody like, man, yeah, Kellen, man, he's so, what I'm saying, they speak glowingly of him. So that was crazy to me. Hold on, let me get to YouTube. Hold on, Boom. These joints quick. They ain't too long, so let me let y'all listen to these real quick. So this was the first one. Boom. And let me present.
Go out there. We got to finish.
Can y'all hear that?
We got 12 other games to compete in.
Can y'all hear that? Let me know y'all can hear it first.
We got blew out tonight.
How did it get away from you guys tonight?
Wish I could tell you.
Hit that like button, folks.
Wish I could tell you.
Can y'all hear it though?
You were going to learn things about yourself as a team, whatever the outcome is. Is there anything that you learned about this offense?
All right, yeah, y'all can hear it. Yes, sir. All right, bet. Let me
About our offense.
listen.
We got to be complete. We can't go out there one week and look like a super team, and then the following week shit the bed.
Now I understand this was right after the loss, so I get that. So but they put the camera in these guys' faces when they're highly emotional and pissed off. So it's kind of not fair. But you got to be smarter here.
I don't know.
How do you guys find it?
I don't know.
What did that defense do tonight to slow you guys down?
Oh, they did a phenomenal job playing too high. They schemed well. They got out there to quarterback a little bit.
I don't know why.
And
Sound
overall,
like kind of fuzzy.
we couldn't get the offense going. We had plenty 3-and-outs.
Ticketmaster. Ticketmaster's got your Phillies tickets all season long. Get your ML.
All right, here the other one. This was like 9 minutes. I ain't gonna listen to this whole jump. But in this one, they talked about the fact that him and Dak talk. Let me get this out of here.
Absolutely. Obviously, had time to reflect, self-reflect, that is. And I mean, I didn't go the best route, to get my end result. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day,
I ain't go the
I do
best
have a
route.
job to do. And and I want to contribute to this team, so I do everything
Young
in
and
my
already
power
wilding, man.
to do that.
Like I said, I like guys that bleed blue. I don't mind you
It's a better
being
way
mad.
or a
You
better
know what I mean?
situation,
But the
or
way he went
like I
about
said, a
it,
better way to go
crazy.
about it, make it a bet, make it lighter of the situation. But yeah, it was cool.
You tired of people reading your body language?
Yeah, because they swear they know me.
Right.
I don't know none of them.
Right. So I mean, people, how are you feeling though about your season?
You say you tired of people reading your body language, like you want us to see your body language.
That I wanted. I have high expectations for myself. Every week after the game, I have time to self-reflect and kind of think of like what's going on, like what am I doing to help the team? Have I done anything, in my opinion?
You said Dak need to grab his balls and play, huh? Everybody mad at it.
To contribute to a win. And when I have no as an answer, once again, to myself, then that's when I start to figure out ways of being better for my team and being a better player.
So his way of being better for the team is I'm gonna go over here by myself and I'm a girl on the camera. That's crazy. I'm a clown him for that because I really didn't. I ain't like that shit. So people get mad when I clown him for that. I don't really care. But yeah, I ain't like that shit. Let me go back. Stop screen. Boom. Present another screen, and now we're gonna watch the Chargers a little bit. Yeah, I wasn't feeling it. I don't care what he say about it. Like you already did it, so I wasn't feeling that. Especially when we in the condition that we in right now. This ain't the time for the bullshit, man. We ain't got time for the bullshit. All right, let's see what y'all talking about in here real quick. DC, hold on, get my glasses on, sir. He said, Nighthawk, let's go. DC for life, let's go. Yeah, man. I am I guess I'm a Nighthawk. He wants a big contract, need numbers for leverage. Hey, I feel all that, but the best way to do that ain't if I'm trying to get something like my folks used to say you catch more flies with honey than you do with shit. If I'm trying to do something where I want Dak to really start launching the ball at me. You need to make it so that Dak not only feel comfortable, and I know you kissing ass. No, 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 no. You just really gotta. It's real shit. You got. I ain't know Herbert had wheels a little bit. Well, look at him running. But you need to make it so that Dak feel comfortable throwing the ball in your area, and I don't mean comfortable like with words. I mean like let his. If he looks at a chart and says, "Hey, my best interest is throwing at CD because my passer rating is 158 when I throw in his direction. When he threw in Coop's direction, his passer rating was like 128. When you look at some of the film from last year, and I've done it so many times, it's crazy. But of a lot of the interceptions and a lot of the miscues, there was a lot of success throwing at CD, but there also was a lot of miscues. A lot of the interceptions came throwing at CD. To be honest with you, and there was a lot of drops coming from CD too. So when you look at it that way, and I'm not blaming CD for not getting the ball, but I'm saying your job is to make it so that your quarterback knows, even if he don't like you, he knows it's in his best interest. It would behoove him to throw the ball at you. And I'm not saying that it wouldn't at this point, but um, that's why I started the conversation about number one energy. You know what I'm saying? Like what a number one receiver looks like and what he does to the team, like it or not. Like it or not, Antonio Brown, even though he was nice, everybody, Juju Smith-Schuster got a contract for it. Le'Veon Bell looked better for it. Everyone looked better because he was there. When you're a difference maker on that level, 25 can run too, man. When you're a difference maker on that level, um, it shows. When you're number one, it shows. So not only can you when you complain though, like you complain, like AB complained, Dez used to complain, but Dez also used to get everybody fired up. He wasn't off on the sideline not talking to Romo. He might be talking at Romo, but not talking at all, or sitting over there in the corner sulking. Those are different body energies, and those are different results. You're gonna get a different result out of that. And I don't know if Dak's not a guy that you can approach and talk to. Maybe he not. I don't know. Maybe he need to work on his listening skills. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a therapist. I'm just saying from what's being shown, from what I can, surmise, it's not going to work out, especially if you are a leader in the locker room and that's what's going on with you and your quarterback. I never seen Rodney Harrison, and not that's not his style though. But I know not Rodney Harrison. Um, Marvin Harrison. I've seen Marvin Harrison cursing out Peyton Manning, man, or even standing on the sideline not speaking to him. It's like, it is what it is. But that's your general on the field, and that's who you got to speak to. That's who you got to get with to get on the right page. If you don't like what's going on, you're not going to get there sulking in the corner. So I just didn't like the way he went about it, and he said that already. He already owned up to it. So I want to see how we move forward from it, and where we at this point. You know. Herbert, what I'm watching on film right now, like he's a guy that keeps his eyes upfield. Like that play right there was beautiful. Keeps his eyes upfield even when he's under pressure, even while he's moving his feet, even when you got him moving off the mark. He can make some Mahomes-esque type throws. He's a huge arm talent. He can do certain things with the ball that other quarterbacks just can't do. And I know Kellen is loving his new toy because a lot of the aggressive things that they were asked Dak to do, a lot of the ways they want to push the ball up the field, you can see that on film right now. Just now, there was no check down once again, or no check down that he can get to. But Herbert is on time. As long as he's on time, and as long as he's using his arm to put balls in places where the defender can't get to it, it doesn't really hurt him that much. Yeah, but when you actually take away those deep looks and those concepts and force him to read the field, that's when this offense kind of sputters. But I don't think there's a problem with scoring with Kellen. Kellen is a mad scientist that knows how to engineer touchdowns, especially big play touchdowns, right? The issue is he's like the Phoenix Suns from back in the day in basketball. He don't have a half court game. Kellen doesn't have a slow game. So if he gets up, that's great. You better hope your defense is a pass rushing defense, which they are. They have pass rushers. But you better hope your defense is a pass rushing defense, and you better hope that you can get some explosive turnover plays that keeps the pressure on opposing opposing teams, because he's not the type to just take the air out of the ball and run it. And in those crucial situations, that's when it becomes a problem. Right there, that could have got jumped right there. I think he double hitched this pass and should have got jumped, but it didn't. Good work. Let's see what happened here. Oh, he just hesitated. He looked and hesitated. He said Dak got Amari paid though. Yeah, and exactly that. Amari got him paid too, I guess. Yeah. I mean, listen, this ain't a Dez versus CD comparison. I think I can learn from the Dez situation. What happened with Dez is Dez isn't here, right? He wasn't here because of a lot of things that went on in the locker room between him and Dak and him and the organization, right? Do I want CD gone? No. So why wouldn't I speak against the things that he's doing? I would condemn it, because if anybody knows, we know what happens when you do that shit here. Herbert keeps his eyes upfield, man. Even when you pressure him, he gonna make something happen. That was him doing it again. He's an escape artist that keeps his eyes upfield, and he has great feet in the pocket amidst the chaos. But you can get there, and he ain't hard to find. I could say that. But he plays possum. He ain't really dead what you think he did to rights. He ain't really dead. Moves those feet right. You know what I mean? I like Herb. I like what I'm seeing on film right now. But yeah, like we see how this ends. So we don't want that to keep going. That's all. You know what I mean? That's all. But I was saying this live because on Twitter, like I said, I was doing a lot of arguing with people who think that and they ain't hate on CD. It's telling them, yo, bro, you know what I mean? We trying to win. I don't give a shit who right. Like, I really don't. Fix it. Fix this shit. You know what I'm saying? Fix it. I don't care how y'all fix it, but fix it. I don't want to see it. That's my problem. QBs trust receivers who come up with catches. Every pass ain't gonna be perfect. Coverage gonna be tight sometimes, but you got to come down with that ball when it comes your way. Gallup, when I put a ball near you, I don't want to hear it got batted down and it ended up in Fred Warner hands. I want to see you snatch that ball out the air and save your quarterback. CD as well, like all of y'all. That's what they got to do. You know what I mean? If a ball touches you or if it's near you, you got to be that type of player that's gonna fight for that rock, man. And I don't see anybody on the team right now that's doing that. It's like guys need, they want it to be perfect. And Dak is delivering some balls that are when he's in the pocket under pressure, getting barreled down on, and you gotta step up. He's also doing some dumb shit too. I won't say that Dak's perfect either. That was a great concept. That was a mesh rail concept right there. Let's look at it again. Keenan Allen's. I'm going back and forth because I'm talking about Dak and CD, but I'm also watching this film, so it's interesting to see how they're using Keenan Allen. They move him around a lot like a chess piece, a lot like we want to see CD being used. But what you don't see is guys, pressing Keenan and keeping him on the line of scrimmage. That's what you can't be doing, and that's not happening here right now. He's in the slot. Let's see what he has. Boom, hitch route. That wasn't to him though, but yeah. Uh, yeah. Oh, that was to Keenan again. Yeah, they're moving them all over the place, man. Keenan must have a contract. See, whatever Keenan does with a quarterback, take notes, because every quarterback that come in here and play with Keenan Allen, throw him the ball 20 times a game, no matter what. He's a high volume guy as far as targets. He gets a lot of targets all the time. And he has a gift because, every quarterback in there, every quarterback that comes and plays with him, really will feed him. At this point in the season, I'll take a last-minute field goal with a clean game by the offense, get our hurt players back, and use the off week wisely. Yeah, I would. I'd take a last-minute field goal win too. I just want to win this, even if it's an ugly game. Dak too much by the book sometimes, but the players got to trust one another. Yeah, I would say that Dak is too much by the book sometimes. Like when they told him to take that deep shot, CD was open. And if I didn't like the deep shot, I would tell CD to do something else. And you have carte blanche to do it. What they gonna do? Fire you? You the franchise quarterback. They ain't gonna fire you. They're just gonna be mad at something you said, or they're gonna tell you not to do it. But that's why he gave him the playbook. That's what good quarterbacks do. They just do what they need to do, not what they're told. You know what I mean? And I think he does have some of that company man in him. I could be wrong. That was a good look by Herbert. You gotta catch that. But I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. I don't think I am. Justin Bradley, I hope Dak doesn't start forcing shit to CD because he knows he's in his feelings. If he's open, then get him to get that man the ball. Otherwise, CD needs to sell every route that he runs. Yeah, he's not selling routes either, and he's not rubbing. I don't care what anybody says. I watched that Arizona game, and when I'm watching the Arizona game, CD, on that scissor route, CD does not rub Cooks' defender so that Cooks can get open. He didn't do it because they're trying to target Cooks and get him going. And see, he don't want that. He want the ball. You know what I mean? And I don't mind you wanting the ball, but don't be a selfish player while you want it. Like get your run hard and run hard on film. Do what you're supposed to do on film, and the ball gonna come to you. That's what they're trying to tell you. Like your way of going about getting the ball and your way of going about getting involved in the offense is not looking good right now, man. Like that's nut shit. It's nut behavior. This right here, this should have been an interception. Here go Kellen. Kellen's very aggressive, man. We know who we got in Kellen. Very aggressive. That should have been a pick though. You gotta come down with that. You know what I mean? But Herbert gonna give you some opportunities, man. He gonna give you some opportunities. They had the field goal on that drive. I think this was after a turnover. They got the ball back. This is them from under center, a little bit of jet motion pre-snap. Let's see, just to check. Bam, toss. Yep, good toss play. It ain't going nowhere, but good play. You said Amari helped Dak more than Dak helped Amari. I mean, I ain't here to argue that. To each his own. I think they both helped each other. I didn't see Amari Cooper looking like the Amari Cooper that was with the Dallas Cowboys when he was with Derek Carr. I didn't see that. He didn't. He had flashed, but he never had a season like he had here. So I don't see how you could say that one got helped and the other one didn't. Cooper's stock definitely went up when he came here. Cooper definitely ascended to a bona fide number one when he came here. You know what I mean? So I can't agree with you there, bro. To be honest with you, can't. And then he also helped the rest of these receivers. Gallup looked good. Gallup doesn't look good now because Gallup is getting the same level of attention that, let's say, Coop was getting. Damn. Oh yeah, you don't do that to nobody. Quarterback, bro. 90 was tripping. But yeah, Gallup was getting less attention, and so was CD when Schultz and Cooper was here. So let's not make it seem like that wasn't a thing. That right now, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for that guy that can that can dare you to say, "Hey, we're gonna come down here and play impress man all game against you guys." That's not disrespect on the quarterback. If the quarterback can't get you the ball because like the interception where it's tight, right? The quarterback can't get you the ball because it's tight, right? That's because you ain't getting no separation. You're not always gonna get separation on every play. I know. But when I can't even look at you because the routes haven't been run yet after I get into my drop because you're all being pressured, destroys the timing of the offense. And now I got to go somewhere else with the football. And the only person who doesn't get pressed on a regular basis when you're playing, when you watch press man, is the tight end. So that's why the tight end is going to get targets because you don't really press a tight end that often. So if everyone's pressed across the board when I get into my drop, I can't get the ball out. I got to throw it to my outlet guy, which is my tight end. So that's why Ferg gonna get the ball, and Ferg is not shitting on Dak in the public. Like you can't shit on your quarterback in public. I don't care how you guys feel about Dak. I'm mad at Dak too. But tell me a place where you've seen shitting on a quarterback work for a wide receiver. Tell me. Or when shitting on your coaches works. Tell me when shitting on your team and not speaking to your team works. Show me an example of it working, and then I might listen to it. But I've never seen it work. So if I want to win, obviously I'm not gonna say keep doing the shit that you've been doing. It's a little slant pattern. Let's see if they did any. Yeah, nothing special. They just ran a double slant, basic double slant. I don't know how they lost Keenan Allen on that. Keenan Allen is going to be a high targeted guy. If there's a game where I think both Bland and Gilmore match up, it'll be this game. I think Allen's not a burner. I think Gilmore can match up against a Keenan Allen. If Williams was still healthy, maybe I wouldn't put him up against him. But you don't want him against a burner. Possession receivers, big body receivers is where you put Gilmore. But I think both of those guys will take turns guarding Allen this game. So they got their work cut out for him because Allen is not only a beast in his own right, but they do a good job of moving him around and targeting him in his offense. So that's going to be interesting to see. We got a 3-by-1 set here, tight bunch formation. Now it's 2-by-2 with the motion and zone must be. Yes, they are. Cover 3. And let's see. Boom. Yep. That ball is always out with Herbert, man. Herbert get back, he finds somebody. It's out. But yeah, I like the checks that they had built into this formation here, this look. That was nice. He knew what was going on early. Got that ball out. We're gonna be tested. If we lose this game this week, man, I'm gonna be pissed off, man. I'm trying to tell you. But so the person who asked me, is this a must win? It's a must win for the Cowboys. It's not for any other team, but for the Cowboys, yeah. I feel like Dak and McCarthy's future long term is more in jeopardy than CD's. I wouldn't. I mean, I'm not saying that they're not in jeopardy, but doing what they're doing right now, oh yeah. Jerry not playing about his money. He like Big Word. Like, he ain't playing about his money. Only person playing is you, Smokey. You know what I'm saying? Jerry ain't playing about his money. So if he's saying in the public, hey, Dak is my guy, and this season, Dak gotta be your guy. Ain't nobody else to deal with. If you the guy that's disrupting all that, I don't give a shit about the future. I'm talking about now. And your future ain't bright arguing with Jerry. I'm just telling you. So I'm not saying CD is going to get fired or cut tomorrow. I'm saying like you don't want to be the guy that screws this whole season up because of your attitude. But fuck Jerry, fuck all of that. I don't like the shit my damn self. I just don't like what he doing. I don't like it. I haven't been pissed off at CD since he been here, man. But I am now. I don't like that shit. I really don't. I don't like it. And then try to justify it like, we all blind and stupid. Everybody think they know me. You know what you're doing? Like what do slapping your hands up in the air mean or jumping up and down like a kid? What the fuck do that shit mean when the quarterback throw the ball to somebody else? Sometimes it'll be a completion. I've seen them do it on completions where a guy get the ball and get some yards. He's still complaining while his teammates is getting the ball. Like, who the fuck want to see that on film? They all can see that. You know what I mean? So I just don't like seeing it. You could be mad though. Go talk. Go. I don't care if you went in the locker room and you and Dak squared the fuck up. I don't give a shit. Just don't let me see it. That's the way I think. Coop makes everybody look good. I seen him make a bum in college a legend at Bama. Facts. It make anybody look good. Yeah. That's what number one receivers do. When you got a bona fide number one receiver, they make a quarterback, they bail a quarterback out. You think Tom Brady could just throw up and double team against anybody? But when Randy Moss was there, he could just throw the ball up there. When he had Julian Edelman not a true number one though, but the way they used him schematically, he got you number one results. So when he had guys that you had to focus on, when they had Gronk and Hernandez, when they had both those guys, or when they had just Gronk, even when you got to focus in on a guy who's hard to stop, it forces defenses to play him differently, like Kelsey and KC. Once you have a guy that they can focus on, that they have to focus on, then you could kind of predict how they want to approach you, and it creates mismatches for other people. That's what CD is supposed to be doing. And to be honest, I think that's what Ferguson is going to be on this offense. I think Ferguson needs to be the one and only tight end that you throw the ball to. Everyone else is just tight ends that come in to help block. We don't need two receiving tight ends. Ferguson is that guy. I know Shoemaker is here, and they got to justify that pick. But let them block right now, man. And let Hendershot and McEwen block too. Throw the ball to Ferg because Ferg's earned it. When you throw him the rock, good things happen. Not only is he faster than people give him credit for because he was outrunning Fred Warner last game, but he also breaks the hell of a lot of tackles, So I like how he runs. Whenever the ball gets in his hands, he does something good with it. So feed the ball to Ferg and let that be the guy that people start to, zero in on. And then you could start hiding CD and moving CD around and getting some things done, both Cooks and CD. But selfless football is what we need here, and if not, put Tolbert in there and let him do it. I really don't care. But you need some selfless football, because one thing that people aren't paying attention to is Schottenheimer said it, and everybody didn't pay attention. He said, we usually don't tell the receivers what their depth is supposed to be, or what their drop is, and what the progressions are. Why? That deep dance over already. I got to put some more film on. But they usually don't say what it's third quarter now. They usually don't say what the progressions are, because if you're CD and oh, I'm rubbing on this route. Why I'm rubbing? And you don't. That's why I know he didn't rub, because these are a bunch of ISO plays where it's one read and then it's a check down. So it's usually two targets on each play, and then if the play breaks down, you guys run a scramble drill, right? But the other guys are running to get someone else open usually. You know what I'm saying? Usually in this offense. So when you tell CD that he's just trying to get Cooks open and he doesn't do it, that's a problem. But that's what guys have to do in this offense. So I think that's probably where a lot of the stuff is coming from. And when you're a quarterback who knows, hey, CD was supposed to rub on this play and you ain't do it because you're mad and you want the ball, right? I'm going to reward you with the ball if I know that you making it so that other guys can't get the ball. You know what I mean? Like that's a problem. You got to make other guys on your team better. You know what I mean? And I need to see that from him, or I'm not going. I can't call him a number one until I start seeing you do that. Make the guys around you better, and then we could talk about number one status. But I can't call you a number one doing the shit that you're doing. I can call you got the heart of a number one. You're doing diva shit like a number one, but you got doing what number ones do when they're in that predicament. Like they get guys open. That's first and foremost. And he hasn't even warranted the attention. But on the flip side of that coin, you got to get the ball enough to warrant the attention too. So, but that's still on you to get open on a regular basis. So for everybody who says CD just wide open all the time, I don't see that. Dak really misses Cooper. Gallup is always letting a DB cross his face and shit. Should have let him walk. I agree. I don't agree about letting him walk, but I agree that he misses Coop. Yeah, he hasn't looked as good since Coop left. He said Dak is a company man. I don't think he could be a company man because Jerry don't like him either. So I don't know if he's a company man. I just know he need to start like just letting his nuts hang though. Run hard so he can air mail that shit 9 yards in the air. Fat. Jazzy Just what's up, Koye? What's up, Jazz? All right. All well and good, but you gotta go to your main guys. I like that trying to get Shoemaker some looks, but he's still young. Go with your dudes and get the young guys some love later. I agree. All of the looks to Shoemaker should have been all of those looks that went to Shoom should have been Ferg. They the ones that got the chemistry. And I don't think you would see KC trying to get a young tight end looks when you got Kelsey out there. And I think that Ferguson definitely can be that type of player. If you gave him the volume, if he was getting 10, 5 to 10 receptions a game, or targets a game, third downs especially, he's one of those guys that I think can make a lot of noise in this offense, and in this league. Um, Looking at what Kellen's doing in the background, man, it's more. This offense is really, we know this offense running out of shotgun quite a bit, a lot of screen passes. Well, not really a lot of screen passes, short outlet passes, little draw plays, and pushing the ball downfield, a running gun Steve Spurrier type of offense with some good movement and trickery in there. I like it. I like what Kellen's been doing. I like what he does, but we know where the issues usually lie, and that's with, like I said, the slow game. He's good at this stuff. You know what I mean? Burning, and then the Chargers will look good as far as their offense. The offense will hide, and it makes it look like it's just the defense that's the problem. But his offense has hurt defenses. So since he's gotten over there, suddenly, Khalil Mack has disappeared, Bosa has disappeared. These guys just don't know how to play any defense anymore. You got Derwin James over there, Asante Sam. I just named 4 guys. Asante Samuels Jr. Those 4 guys alone are dangerous. You should have a good defense if you're building around those guys alone. You know what I mean? And for you not to, it speaks to coaching. It speaks to coaching. And it's not just the defensive coordinator. A defensive coordinator's worst nightmare is an offensive coordinator who doesn't know how to chill, who keeps his defense on the field at all times. You know what I mean? You got to deal with it, but that's their worst nightmare. You know, especially if they're not able to communicate that and work together. You know, you got to be able to do that. I'm sorry, y'all. I just want to win. I'm tired of this BS. I feel you. Marcus, if CD was on another team, you would be talking about him like he was Justin Jefferson. That's bullshit. Justin Jefferson, listen, a great receiver is not hard to find, man. And when I say hard to find, I mean on the field as a quarterback. You're gonna throw the ball in his area because he's gonna be wide the fuck open all the time. CD is not cooking guys. Yeah, when they put Oliver on him and allow Oliver to guard him 1-on-1, that's not. You don't tell me that he just was cooking and Dak was missing wide open looks over and over again. He wasn't cooking. He should be cooking. Run your routes hard, even if you think you're not getting the ball. And that's why he was loafing. I was saying that earlier. He loafs because he knows before the play, I got a rub on this play. So he running to the rub instead of running through it like full speed ahead. Like you gotta run through full speed ahead. I think it's an interception here. Let's see what happens here. They run at a stab slant, which had Keenan wide open, but Herbert got flushed out of the pocket on this one. Boom. Didn't have anywhere to go with the ball, and just threw the ball downfield while running. He does a couple of these things against us. I think we'll have some opportunities to make him pay. I know we will. The Cowboys secondary is beat up, but I think we're in position now where we understand from the last couple of games that you know it's going to take us still turning the ball over and forcing turnovers to put this offense where it needs to be still. And that's the way we are right now, man. And until this offense gets it together. And I don't think it's going to be all season. Like I said, I do believe in what Mike McCarthy is saying because it's truly on film what's working and what always has worked for Dak, which is, slow game, under center, field general type of play is what worked for Dak. We had a spurt our spell where Cooper was here, where we could run some of this spread and gun stuff and get away with it because we had a guy who could get open fast as hell. But you see Herbert in this film, I haven't even looked. Every time I look up, Herbert is either getting flushed out the pocket or getting lit the hell up, man. He's getting rocked, you know what I mean? And it's because there's nowhere to go with the football fast. Now, for every one of these that happens, yeah, there's a big play that's going to come behind it. But look at what's happening. He has to hold that ball because there's nowhere quick for him to go when shit hits the fan. You know what I mean? And that's what we've seen this so many times. And looking at how they're getting to him with stunts, getting to him with pressure, we know what our defense is going to be able to do against this offense. If they show up as themselves, they're going to be twisting and stunting and getting there, and there's nowhere to go with that ball. I like what Mike McCarthy does with slowing it down and making it so that defenses have to respect you because when you're spreading it out like this, you letting them know you're looking to pass and push the ball. Even though he's running here, you still are in a passing formation. That run worked because they were thinking pass, right? Whereas I want defenses when they play Dak to think run. You need them like right here, they're under center or in pistol, but you need those run looks, those formations that force a defense to come out in a personnel package where they're bringing an extra linebacker out there, where they're loading the box up, trying to stop the run so that Dak can hit those one-on-ones on the outside easily. Is he the most accurate quarterback in the world? Hell no. We know that already. So if you know that, why are we trying to spread him out and make him that? Put him under center and make him hit those guys that's on the outside when they're low in the box, like you see here. When you see a defense that has 8 to 9 in the box, it's easier for a quarterback to understand where he wants to go with the football post snap. And the play actions work a little bit better too. But yeah, that's what we need. So I still believe in this offense. I just think that we need to finish installing it. And there's a lot on tape. Like I think somebody said it earlier, but there's a lot on tape. Um, there's a lot on tape that says that we have opportunities that were out there. Some of those were to CD. Some of those opportunities that we didn't take advantage of could have probably helped us if we were going to CD in some of those situations. I won't lie. I do. I understand CD Lamb's frustration? Yes, 100%. I just don't understand how you go about it, how you went about it. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be right and wrong at the same time. There go Herbert right there again, man. Like I'm telling you, like he gonna get fucked up, man. He gonna get fucked up in this offense. I haven't even been watching them this season. Just watching this game, like every play. Even sometimes he's making a play, moving his feet around, keeping his eyes upfield. And the only reason he's making plays is because he keeps his eyes upfield and does his thing. If it wasn't, and right there, like he's escape artist, he's doing things. But Herbert is doing that in spite of. It's not the offense helping him. Herbert is just making it look good, but they running down on main man something crazy. Like they're trying to fuck Herbert up, and it's not really helping. They're not helping him with the way Kellen has designed this offense either. I still don't like what I see. You know, I like the big plays. Don't get me wrong, but I don't like the pressure or the amount of pressure that Herbert's been under in this game so far. Every time I look down, Herbert is getting rocked. That's not good. That's not good. Ceedee is doing some high school crap, pouting. In fact, we lose that game Monday. It's draft talk. It's draft talk. Yeah, I feel you. I can't argue with you. Like he said, he did target Amari a lot. Yeah, he targeted Amari Cooper a lot, man. You thought because Coop was wide the fuck open. It ain't hard to target a guy when he open. Every time you pop up, main man open. You know you gonna get the ball a lot. You know because it's easy to throw you the ball. And Dak is not an anticipatory guy when he's under pressure. When Dak's under pressure, he kind of reverts back into a see it, throw it quarterback, meaning he wants to see you open and then throw the ball. So he likes to see guys like he wants you to separate first. And that's how he goes about not throwing interceptions. But the caveat to that is he's not hitting guys in stride. He's not. That's why those stop routes were working so much, right? Back in the day, because he's not hitting guys in stride because he's a see it, throw it guy when he's under pressure. I get why he's like that under pressure. But as he loosens up, when he loosens up and gets into a rhythm, he starts to hit some of those anticipatory throws. So you have to give him easier targets early if you're the offensive coordinator. Get the screen passes going, get the hitch routes going so that he can get some easy completions. And if you're a receiver, you have to get open on those slant routes and those drag routes. You got to get open fast. And I shouldn't have to. It's good if I rub, but I shouldn't always have to rub to get you open. You know what I'm saying? But it's good if I got them. And those rubs are in this offense. So now that we finally got the rubs, get open. And I need to see you flying. Like even right there where Herbert launched that ball, he's under pressure, man. But he completed it. But he under pressure. Like he under pressure this whole game. Under pressure. That's going crazy. Oh, that's game? Oh no, this is a crazy formation. What is that? Oh, that's game. Why they kneeling? I don't got it. Oh, I think that's the end of the game. That's why. Yeah, game over. Yeah, it's over. Anyway, good game, but Herbert was getting lit up that whole game. Okoye, can you explain how Hopkins gets the ball so much when he never separates? Hopkins needs a certain type of quarterback. So he's a guy that doesn't separate, but once he convinces a quarterback, like in practice, you watch him. So if you're his quarterback, you know if we're in practice and he's not open and I throw the ball in his area, he still comes down with it. So it makes the quarterback trust you because you're gonna come down with the rock anyway. Because they see that they know what open is for him. They know what open was for Fitzgerald. You got to have a quarterback that could throw you open or give you an opportunity even when you're not open, like he did against Gallup, right? That slant route. Those are Hopkins type routes where he's not open, but he's gonna come down with that rock if you throw it in his area. He's gonna beat the hell out of the defender and come down with the rock anyway. That's why he gets the ball so much. Because even if he's not open, does not matter. It does not matter. You know he coming down with it. In practice, Dez was making all kinds of contested catches, right? You know he coming down with it. So yeah, Romo will throw the ball up to Dez because he's been throwing up ball up to him in practice and it's been working. So you got to be that type of guy where even when you're covered, you're not covered. You got to show the quarterback that, number one, and then you got to have a quarterback that thinks that way. A lot of quarterbacks, some quarterbacks can't throw you open. Dak is just getting to a point where he's an anticipatory thrower. He's just getting to a point where he's throwing back shoulder passes. This is like the last year and a half, 2 years he's been doing that. That's why I wasn't mad about the interceptions. He's just now starting to push the ball upfield aggressively, not being the dink and dunk Dak that we was bitching about, right? So that's the flip. There's a flip side to that coin. The flip side to not being a dink and dunk Dak is sometimes he's gonna throw some interceptions. So y'all gotta ask which one y'all want. Do y'all want the guy that's trying to push the ball up the field, that gets the ball upfield, and gets us scoring? Hold on, let me put myself back in. Or do you want the guy who methodically gets us up the field and doesn't turn it over, and doesn't score as much? Like, you gotta decide. If you got the most 10 play plus drives in the league, you damn sure ain't gonna score as much as everybody else because there's not a lot of big plays in that. So you saying Dak don't play hard? I don't think that the truth. You said I've seen CD quit games way more than Coop ever did. That's a fact. Facts of Koye Brady trusted Gronk and Edelman. Yeah, you're gonna throw the ball to him all day long because they make you look good. Edelman gonna come down with crazy catches, you know what I mean? All kinds of shit. So you gotta do it. That gonna have to do what Romo and Aikman did and just forget coaching and call his own plays. Yeah, yeah, I won't argue with that. He's going to have to just decide, like, listen, if you get this look, this is what we're doing. I was just listening to shout out to Marshawn Lynch, man. It was a great interview. I was just listening to Marshawn Lynch interview where he was talking to Shay Sharp, and he was talking about the fact that in Kyle, Aaron Rodgers put him on because he got to get in the game finally, or he got to get in the game, and he runs the wrong play. Aaron Rodgers still hands him the ball, backwards. He runs a touchdown, but the coach was on his ass. Aaron took that off of him. He said, "No, it was me. That was on me." That's leadership. He also said, "Listen, man, I don't care if you get a safety or you get a linebacker on you in this look. Just run a go route, man. I'm throwing it to you." And he started throwing them passes too. He said that's what Aaron would do. So yeah, if you're Dak, you definitely got to take over the offense. And I don't know if he's not doing these things. So don't. I'm speaking from my facility. I can't speak to what he does. He might be doing some of that. So let's just start with that. But if he's not, he should. You know what I mean? I agree. Um, the things I speak on are things that I know and I can verify, which is I can verify that there's a problem. You know what I mean? You can see that there's a problem with communication between those two, and it still is. And the sulking, if you look at how Dak is, and I just read people. The same guy who got mad at a reporter for asking him a question about the 49ers, you think that same person is happy and okay with a wide receiver that's showing him up, who's giving more cannon fodder for the media to go off of? You think that is okay with your quarterback? I don't think so. Like, and I'm just saying, just forget whether he right about it. It's just common sense to tell you you're not gonna get your way doing that, And people not gonna say, they're like, "Oh, well, you think Dak is intentionally not throwing CD the ball?" I wouldn't say intentionally, like, I'm definitely not throwing you the ball, but I know he's not glowingly looking for you to give you the ball like a number one, though. I know that. I know he ain't trying to force feed you because he don't have to. So that's the thing. It's not he gonna ignore the fact that you wide open when you are in fact open, or when your number is called. It's the fact that he is the guy who gets more control over this offense now. So if he has a Cook route versus a CD route, and I heard Cook say it. I heard them say it. Cooks will switch with CD when it's Cooks' play. He's switching with CD to try to get CD open because they're trying to give the baby the ball. See what I'm saying? Dak is calling Cooks plays. And Cooks is like, "Oh, no. I'm gonna give it to you, CD." Why? Why? Because he know he wants the ball. You know what I mean? So that's Cooks being selfless. And that what that does is make Dak want to give him the ball, Paul, even more though. He does. So CD on the opposite end of it is not getting those calls. So I think that's why he's coming out not even running the routes the right way. He knows he's not the first read on those plays. So he's complaining and not running the route fully before the shit even starts. And when you see Jalen Torber get on those clear out routes, Jalen Torber gets in there and clears out, right? And then Dak rewards him a couple plays later, maybe a drive or series later with the ball. So that's how this offense is going to work. Everybody got to be playing for each other. Everybody has to, be that selfless person. Sometimes you might have 5 rubs a game, and those rubs might end up opening a guy up so he can get 100 yards and 2 touchdowns that game. But we all know on film that your rubs are what created those openings. So, of course, you're going to get rewarded for that. Not just with the coaching staff, but your quarterback sees that. He knows that you are the reason that receiver looked good and that he looked good. So you're gonna make you look good. This is how it goes, folks. This ain't rocket science. Use your common sense. Use your common sense. This ain't rocket science. That's how it goes. That's how it would go on my team. If I call a play and you don't do it, what do you think I'm going to call your play? If I'm the coach, I'm going to dial it up for you. I don't give a fuck how talented you are. You don't let nobody do that. You know, you can't. You can't. Now, and you got to win 1-on-1. You win. CD had opportunities that game to blow things open though, and make his own case. But yeah, he did. Did he get enough balls to be dangerous? I would argue he could have, had we not, the fumble not happened, had he caught, I think one pass he dropped, you know what I mean? There's a couple passes he's dropped or just stopped his route where, of course, I'm not throwing you the ball. Look at how you run the route. Look at what you're doing. You know what I mean? Or when I'm sitting on the sideline and I'm looking at the Microsoft cam and I see you, throwing your hands up when I threw the ball over here to Ferg instead of you, like, well, I'm coming back to you. Like those things count. Steve White, what's up, man? He said they still putting things in the offense too. Collinsworth said they ain't even got any 7-step drop plays in Dallas offense yet. Yep, they still installing. Hold on. I hate these fucking glasses, man. I don't like this shit. Okoye, this year I am getting my associate's degree in Santa Monica College. You're invited to my graduation. Let me know if you can make it, cuz. Damn, you're in Santa Monica. Um, that's a hell of an honor, man. That's a hell of an honor. Inbox me on Twitter. Let's talk about it, man. If I'm in Cali at the time, maybe. I don't know. That's where Santa Monica is, right? I think so. I'm always in Cali though, so yeah, maybe. Maybe I could be a keynote speaker. They're like, "Who brought this motherfucker here, man?" You're gonna be over there raising your hand like, "I did." Who the fuck is the Koyak? Get this fucking guy off the stage. You know what I mean? But appreciate it, man. Congratulations on that too, man. Keep rocking. The playmaker didn't separate much, but made that 88 famous. Yeah, because playmaker, you throw the ball near him, he coming down with it. You throw the ball near now. CD got that in him when he's focused. He just lose focus too easy. You too easily rattled to focus on the ball well enough to go up and get those catches. And he does it sometimes. So you're like, oh, he can high fly and high point the ball, and he does have short hands. But then sometimes he don't do it. So CD gotta just focus on your craft and just be the best CD you can be at every moment, so that when the ball do come your way, they don't got nothing on film they can say that's like, this is why we not throwing you the ball. You know what I mean? Don't give them that. Don't give Dak that if that's what's happening. You got to make it so that you're unflappable, man, and you are above reproach, so to speak. You know what I mean? He said, I'm getting my associate's degree in media. Oh man, congratulations, man. Let's talk about that too. Maybe we could rock. You know what I mean? Maybe we could rock. You never know. Yeah, CD don't make anybody better. Unfortunately, we just got to spam them. Yeah, you spam them. Maybe. I don't think that's the answer, man. You spam a number one that makes you better. You like Keenan Allen gonna make you better if you spam them. AB gonna make you better than you spam them. I don't believe in spamming a guy that's not showing. If I give you a small sample size and it's not good, why the hell would I give you more? You know what I mean? I said that about TP. I said, hey, TP got hurt on 197 carries. What makes people think he need more carries? That is not the answer, Sway. That don't even make sense. If you get hurt, if your argument is, you know, CD needs to get more involved, but you get hurt when you're less involved, why would I think more involved is the answer? He needs to be mitigated, and that's the way it is. Yeah, that's the way it is. It's 2 a.m. here, man. So y'all know I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Yeah, Jerry capping, he ain't feeling Dak as much as people think. Um, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. I don't think he in love with, Dak. I think that's obviously why Trey Lance is here. He's gonna be the future. But I think right now, Jerry is smart. He understands where he is. Like in the NFC, who you got that you feel like, will take you to the promised land in any division? You know what I mean? You got you could say Carr is okay. I don't think he's better than Dak. You could say Hurts if you want to say Hurts is better than Dak. You could say um, who else you got? I won't say Geno. No. Um, you could say Purdy because Purdy he's putting it up there. You can say Purdy up there. That's two. Three. You could say that Detroit as a team is looking crazy. Golf is looking like a number one first round pick finally. So you want to pick golf up there, you can. But you could argue that Dak might be above golf. But outside of those guys, like there's not a lot of quarterbacks in the NFC that's hand over fist fucking with Dak, right? Maybe in the AFC you got more, a lot more, but you don't see them to the Super Bowl if you make it there. You know what I mean? Or in the conference games, But as far as the NFC goes, Dak is one of the best options you got. Where you going from there? You know what I mean? So I think Jerry do like that. I think he feels like I bought a coach in here who needs to figure out how to play and how to win with what I gave him. That's what he got. So I don't think he capping. I think he really do like that for what he is. I don't think he in love with him. Where he like, yo, I don't, this is his team, but come on. Okoye, who has better game Monday, Dak or Justin? Oh, that's come on, man. That's I think I really don't know. I was about to say it's unfair, but their defense ain't playing that good. So Dak might actually outplay him, not because he's better. Yeah, he might outplay him because Dak got the easier defense to play against and the better offense. I think better when I say better offense, better offensive line play. Mine is still trying to get it together. So still was in trouble. Maybe we need to help him out a little bit, but everybody else, I think, played well. And I think if we're running the ball from under center, the entire offensive line is good. I think still needs to be run blocking more than pass blocking at this point. You know what I mean? But yeah, maybe Dak. Maybe Dak. Not because he's better. I think Herbert's the better quarterback, but I think Herbert has more to contend with than Dak. And they like to push the ball upfield a lot. And I don't think I mean, well, if we get if Dan Quinn ain't got it together, Herbert might kill us. Dan Quinn got to get it together with the way he's calling plays too. We need to be a little bit more aggressive on defense, but from a coverage standpoint, start challenging these guys at the line of scrimmage. Stop letting them just run. I don't believe in just playing off ball coverage the whole game. I mean, a lot. There's too much of it last game. Like, don't let those guys get to their spots. Make it so that they feel it before they get there. You know what I mean? He said CD is a baller in my opinion. I'm just more objective when it comes to everybody else. CD a baller. I won't say he's not a baller, but you can't be a baller in spots. You know what I mean? Run your route to to the max. I'm sure he's missing Schultz as well. He only missing Schultz because he won't force feed the ball to Ferguson. Throw the ball to Ferguson. Fergie better than Schultz as far as yak. He a yak guy. I like Fergie. Uh, yeah, they don't think like that in San Fran. The receivers are okay not getting a lot of looks. They do what they have to win in any particular game. Yep. Sometimes it's going to be a night where Kittles go off and Debo don't do nothing like he didn't do nothing in that last game. Ayuk did okay, but Ayuk was more like a possession guy. Debo was like a decoy, and Kittles was the guy. That's okay sometimes. You don't hear nobody complain. They say they like that. I know CD don't like that. I remember when CD from the sounds of the sideline was trying to steal Amari Cooper plays. He was like, "Yeah, you should let me have that." Cooper like, "You crazy, man? You crazy?" Because that CD want the ball, man. Y'all don't understand that he's a young guy who want the ball, and he feel like he's supposed to get the ball at all times. He want to be able to dance. Don't nobody want to hear me. Yeah, nobody want to hear me. All right. You guys want to get rid of Dak, get ready for 6-11, 5-12, and see how it feels for about 4 years. That's what happens when you start to rebuild. Unfortunately, folks, people think that you can rebuild. Dak spoiled y'all. Y'all so spoiled because Tony Romo started to elevate, and as he started to ascend, and show you, hey, I'm gonna go this way with it. At the end of the day, Dak comes in, and when Dak comes in, he gives you a slight drop off, but still, you still up there, you still ascending, you still got a team that can build for the future and do things. Y'all think that just happens for everybody. That is not how it happens when you lose a franchise quarterback. Sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes you go through a few, ugly ducklings before you get to the prince, so to speak. You know what I mean? And I don't think y'all ready for that. Y'all think Trey Lance is just the guy automatically. What if he ain't the guy? Then what? You know what I'm saying? Then you got to deal with it. You got to deal with it, and nobody want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that. I'd rather try to figure out how to get the guy who I think is like above average in Dak the ball or the game. How to win with him. Cowboys Nation, you guys are invited to my graduation. He just invited everybody. Now I don't feel so special. He's like, yeah, everybody come. Come on, you. Hey, lady. Hey, you want to come to my graduation? He just asking anybody. As Marcus, that's true, but now Purdy's is feeding cats, unlike the other QBs they had. Yeah, Purdy feeding cats because they giving him a lot of looks that get him going, and then he's playing within the scheme and doing it well. Can't hate on that. He said, in my opinion, he said, left my ass off. Shun can't jump over a sheet of paper, but Dak was throwing high when he was feeling the pressure. Yeah, yeah, Dak was throwing. He did throw the ball high, but it don't matter. That one play Shun couldn't jump on. Yeah, he also didn't want to get hit because you seen him. He prepared for Greenlaw and kind of fell backwards. But on those other plays when he was in the end zone, when he dropped the ball twice so far, uh, those balls hit your hands. I don't know. There's no excuse for that. No excuse for that. He said Lamb is a special talent in my opinion. He don't got to be wide open to catch it. Well, tell him that because Lamb, y'all act like y'all ain't seen a lot of drops from Lamb. Lamb got crazy hands. He do a lot of crazy things with the ball, but he got to be consistent. You know what I mean? You got to be consistent. I do crazy things with film, but guess what? I got to be consistent. It don't matter how talented you are. Consistency is what gets you there. Consistency will outdo talent any day or most days. LVE is only still on this team because he's consistently where he's supposed to be and knows what he's supposed to be doing versus guys who probably do better than him in the game or probably do better than him in situations in the game. But when you ask the guy, hey, what's the play? I don't know. Hey, get what happened on that play? I don't know. Hey, communicate with your guys. I don't communicate well. You know what I'm saying? Those things, doing those things inconsistently, make it so that a coordinator can't really trust you. Although you are a talent, you might be more talented. You know what I'm saying? If I have a fighter who's consistently tough, consistently in the gym, versus a guy who's more talented but comes when he wants to. The one that's consistent is the one that's going to have a career, not the one who's talented. Talent is not it. CD is the most talented receiver we have on this team. He's one of the most talented receivers in the league. I'll say that now. Before the catch and after the catch, he's that. It's all up here where his issue is. It's all up here and it's all in here. Heart and his mental, his emotions and the way he's thinking is causing problems. And he needs to be consistently focused. If he consistently focuses when those opportunities, you can't not focus when the ball is not coming your way because then the ball will never come your way because you've already started to let the ball not coming your way show in your frustration that you don't like it. And then you're running routes wrong. And then when the ball does come your way, you drop it. And now it's like, see, that's why I ain't throwing your nut ass the ball, but you over there bitching for the ball. But I throw you the ball and you drop the ball. Or I throw you the ball galloping is now an interception, but y'all bitching for the rock. No. You got to be consistently focused so that when that opportunity comes, even if you only get one this game, you make it count. You know what I mean? Turpin got one look. He made it count. So guess how many Turpin going to get looks if he around. If he around, they're going to give him the ball because he make it count. He make you look good. You know, every time you give him that one opportunity, like, give him, he need more opportunities. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes. How many interceptions do I think Dak will go against the Chargers? I don't know, but it'll be enough to get you to come back here and tell me about it. I can guarantee you that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think you'll come back here and tell me about it if you don't throw none. You know, that's why I know you're a nut, Eastside, because, you know, you don't come eat your crow. You just talk shit when it's easy. to talk shit, but you don't come eat crow. See, I'll talk shit, but I'm not gonna disappear when it look like I put my foot in my mouth, Mozzie. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I say I'll put you out there. If I look bad, I look bad. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But people are scared to say what they gotta say. Stand on what you say, bro. Funny thing is, 8 seen that 10-yard deep double reverse with the hesitation. Forgot which team. Kellen do anything like that, Mike should eat him up. Yeah, because my bad. Um, I feel like Kellen will try to switch himself up a little bit against us because him and Quinn know each other real well. So we may see some trickery or some things where he scouted himself to see how Dan Quinn might attack him, and you might see us do some things where we disguise some of our stuff because Kellen knows exactly where we're coming out, and you're not going to fool him. I hope we don't come out and try to put athlete on athlete like we did last game. The idea, like they let Micah do whatever the fuck he wants to do. I don't like that. Like, I don't care if he wants Trent and he calls out Trent. He ain't getting Trent. We might put him over there a couple times, but he should only been rushing against Trent maybe 2 times. They kept throwing him over there. I'm like, why are you putting him over there? I would put him on one side. You know what I mean? And if you put him on one side, if you're going to put him on the line against those guys, then you put him on one side, because then you can just load up help on the opposite side. Now we know what we're doing. We know where they're going to run. They're going to run at Micah. We shift everything to strong side on Trent's side, and then we crash to Micah's side post snap because we know that's where they're going. You know what I mean? Make it easy. Make them predictable. Don't give them all those options. By moving him around, you get to move. They move their targets around. They move their trajectory around, where they're running, where they're going, or what they're trying to do changes too. So I say put them in the middle of the field and let them, let him stop the run, and then let them deal with it after that. Only 6'4" plus his 6-inch vert. You get that hit that target. Yeah, it's showing tall but can't jump. It says Ceedee has pissed you off though. At least he pissed somebody off, because everybody's pissed off at me. I'm like, y'all so abused. Y'all willing to deal with anything. I ain't willing to deal with that, especially from a young guy. Daz had already proved himself when he started going crazy and shit, talking shit. CD has not proven himself to me yet to be doing that. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't made us, like, you haven't been consistently that guy to be snapping on everybody and fucking the team up. Like, stop that shit. Come on, man. And Dez wasn't fucking the team up, in my opinion. I feel like that was like, they just made it because he was arguing because y'all got him looking like the scapegoat. CD don't look like the scapegoat. Ain't nobody saying we need better receivers and CD don't run routes. Nobody's saying that. They're just saying y'all gotta get on the same page. And honestly, they would be on the same page sooner if he just, sat there and talk. Y'all need to talk. 49ers have one quick lineman and a bunch of dudes who can seal and extend the edge. I mean, an extended edge. Yep. They were going deep too often, drag the middle and quick outs and switch it up, play ball. Yeah, you're right, actually. I feel like that's how we would be better too. We put Fehoko out there more, Osa out there on the edge sometimes, and running downs though. Early downs, we're not looking for a sack. Put Osa on the edge, opposite side of D Law, and then put Hankins and Mozzie in the middle. That should be your starting 4 right there on running downs, and nobody's running on that. All those guys can at some point see a double team and deal with a double team. D Law can, Hankins can, Mozzie can, Osa can. They all can do it. You know what I mean? So if you got 4 guys who can deal with a double team, you got 4 guys that's out there that can possibly deal with 8 linemen, the 8 blockers, get them at one time. And it's only going to be about 7 of them that's blocking at any one time, maybe 6 on a regular basis. But most times you're dealing with 5. And if you got 4 guys that can take double teams against a starting 5, now you don't need to load the box as much, right? Because you can put Micah in the middle and Clark with him, and then and you still want to play some coverage looks. That makes you balance when you bring out a run front on your front 4. When you put Micah on the line, you're encouraging them to run at you, on certain plays, on early downs. I think, and then you also erase the second level. I keep saying this. I know you guys kind of understand it now. You kind of know. Lamb seen the story before with Coop, so heck yeah, he's getting pissed. He's probably thinking they're phasing him out. Nah, the story with Coop is Coop wasn't drafted by the Cowboys. The Cowboys showed you when they signed Gallup They don't want to be wrong so bad about their draft picks. They will re-sign you here. If you're a drafted player, you got a better chance of staying with the Cowboys than you do if you're a free agent that came here or a traded player. They keep what's in house in house. They keep the main thing the main thing. They do not pay free agents. Kurtz came over here, been playing well. He gonna get those 2-year deals. Hankins came over here, played well. He on a 1-year deal. You know, those guys come in here and play well. They don't care. They will use you as a 1-year, 2-year guy while they get a guy that's just like you and get you to train that guy like Hankins is training Mozzie to be his replacement, so to speak. That's what they do. So no, CD shouldn't think they're phasing him out because he was drafted here. You know, once you're paid, then they might phase you out, but he ain't got paid yet. So they're not trying to phase him out of nothing. He just need to chill. He will get the ball. He will get the ball. Dang, we can let the Cowboys get their game out the way. Can we let them get the game out the way? Before they start talking about the draft? Yeah, not generally though. If it's the first read and he sees it, yeah. If he sees it, he doesn't generally throw anticipation throws. You guys are right. Absolutely, he is. I'd be showing feelings and being pissed off as well. You would? Then you would be having the same conversation, bro. I mean, I get you. I respect being mad about it. Like I said, how you go about it. If you would do that, then you would be in the same predicament. Like how Romo used to throw it right above the defender's helmet and Dez would go get it. Yeah, they need to do the same thing with CD. They did that in the Arizona game. You know what CD did when he got pushed? He put his hands up like this. The ball right here in front of his face, right here with his microphone at. He put his hands up like this. The ball hit the guy right. The ball literally hit the defender in the back of the head. CD could have just like that young boy last night did to Travis Hunter. CD could have just took that ball and just grabbed it if he would have been prepared for it. He wasn't consistently focused. Herbert trusts his arm, so he'll hold the ball a minute. He can be late with his decision, not anticipate, but his arm gets the ball there regardless. That's true, but it's also gonna get him hit more. Dak can't throw or read coverages. That was funny. He can't throw at all or read coverages at all. Yeah, that's odd. I don't think that's true. Uh, it was arrogant of this front office to think they can completely change the offense and the offense was going to work out. Yeah, that fast anyway. Yeah, they did completely change how we do everything. Nah, Cool started to get stale out. Coop said, Cool started. Hold on. Nah, Cool started getting staled out or stalled out. I think you mean Coop. All right, no, Coop started to get stalled out, and Coop said, if I get the ball, I can help. He wasn't getting it that much also. But guess what? When he said, if I get the ball, I can help, that wasn't that bad. That wasn't horrible. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't doing crazy shit on the field. He was talking. I got you. You said cool. I get what you meant. You was messing me up with not cool. Dak throws one back shoulder every 5 games is usually by accident. That's probably true though. That's fucked up. Gallup also has to widen and stem to open the window. Gallup got to just catch the damn ball because you ain't getting separation anymore. So you got to just get your contested pass game up. Coop humbly said, "I can help if you throw me the ball." Facts. Yeah. David says he knows the ball. He knows ball and says, "Give me aggressive Dak. Just stop." I do think uh, Dak needs to be more aggressive. I do. They got a look-alike plays set it up, and like they did early this season. It works. Bread and butter, prob sometimes. Yeah. Um, we do got plays that have worked that we didn't go back to. Like the Giants game, I mean, was like our best game as far as receivers go. But that was the game of them knowing that they're not, the main guy. So they were using the young guys. They used Jalen Tolbert a lot and Ferguson and those and the tight ends a lot to rub and do certain things to get those up Turpin, you do to get those other guys open. But when you put Cooks and CD out there at the same time and Gallup, now you got 3 guys who all want the ball who now have to play like those young guys you had coming in there and playing and getting other guys open. The veterans got to do that for each other, not just these young guys. The young guys are doing it. I've seen Tolbert come and totally clear guys out and run routes with intentions of clearing out, nothing else. I'm going to just get this guy off my guy so he can be wide open. That's why CD looked so good in the Giants game. He looked good in the Giants game because they was clearing shit out for him. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that. I'll put that up here real quick. Why not? Then we'll get out of here. 3 o'clock in the morning, we get out of here. I'm crazy, man. Y'all know. Hold on. Everybody's so judgmental. Everybody hurts. But I don't judge Reynolds. All right. He was even bitching in the Jets game, and in this game, he was wide open. Let me see if I can find other videos, though. This might not be the best one. I think I did one before this one. It was the Cowboys Giant reaction game. Yeah, I think it was the Giants reaction game. We look at that one. I might have been looking at defense that game, though. So let me just go back. Boom. All right, we'll keep it here for right now, see what happens. Shout out to Law. Jump in, say whatever.
Oh, yeah. Texas Coast.
But yeah, when you ask what the Texas Coast is, I asked the same thing. I wanted to see, what new ripples Mike McCarthy can throw in there that would like create confusion for a good defense, not an average defense. And what I saw here, like just on this look here, a lot of the ways that Dak would look was all predicated on where his footwork was too. Mm-hmm. But if you look on at this play, this is just a simple out route for a fade route for CeeDee Lamb from the slot. But Dak had that play action, held those 3 guys on the back end. Dak's eyes moved both the linebacker and the nickel back to the flat.
And
this is guys. Lamb was wide open.
Let me put this on mute so I can talk to
because of the route he ran. All he had to do was just simply walk to the fade, and Dak's. So even in this game, when you're looking at CeeDee getting open, and these guys are like running routes to get him open. That's what he's being asked to do sometimes. He doesn't want to do that. You know what I mean? He doesn't want to do that. He wants it being done for him. But even in this game, he was kind of complaining. And I'm like, in this game in particular, they were doing it. They were making sure they were rubbing to get him open. And Tolbert was doing things to get him open and so on, right? So he checks the release here. I said this before. He checks the release to see if he likes it. Dak looks guys off after this. And right after he looks his guy off, because he's going to take his eyes back to the middle of the field to hold that safety. And we're going to watch the reaction. Now, these things I haven't seen since this game, actually. We stopped doing it right after this week 2. In the Arizona game, I think we once we start getting scored on, we get a little too anxious. But see, he's checking the release there. He likes the release. Boom. But now he has to hold that safety. Dak does his job here, and it gets CeeDee wide open. Now, in this game, I don't even get it because CeeDee was targeted this game and he looked good this game, but he was complaining even in the Jets game. So it's something else going on other than just target. It's got to be something else. I don't know quite what it is, but these are the things that CD wants, right? And he got them in this game, and still was complaining this game, you know. But these plays and the way they're designing it to get him open, he's been a focal point. Now, when they go away from you because maybe they bracket you now because you've shown that you are quality, you can get double teamed. When they start bracketing you or giving you that type of attention, so this motion is going to force the corner to back off. All right, so motion backs off read, and that opens up the slant. Like these are the types of things we want to see. But now that CD's getting targeted on that level, you know what I mean, and now that he's getting that type of attention, other guys are now going to start getting the ball, man. This is what CD wants, though. He wants you to, give him the ball almost every play and wants to make some big plays. He made big plays versus the Jets. Still was kind of upset versus the Jets, but made some big plays. And then, Arizona game, he got frustrated, and he's been carrying out that frustration ever since. Even in the Patriots game, we were winning. He still was carrying that same energy. So he just got to stop. I don't give a fuck. I mean, excuse my friend. I don't really give a shit, but he has to stop. He got to stop because this is what we need from him, and he can't do this if he's not focused. You know what I mean, and Dak as well. Whatever's going on between those guys, if it takes having the conversation and really coming out here and mending it, or kissing a little ass, even I don't know what it is, but whatever it takes to get these guys on the same page, they need to get on the same page because this is the stuff that we need to start seeing again. You know what I mean? That slant pattern was beautiful. Dak threaded the needle there, split the defenders, and it was off to the races for CD. I like what we saw there. I like what I saw in this breakdown. I remember this breakdown with Law. Let me fast forward a little bit. Here's another one. All right, let's see what happens on this concept. All right, the nickel back that's on CD blitzes, and watch what Tolbert does at the bottom of the screen. This is what sometimes they'll ask CD to do for Cooks, and he won't do, but someone's doing it for you. Someone has to do that for you. So this is what selfless football would look like if they all were doing this for each other. Now watch what Tolbert does. Tolbert takes his route and bends in a little bit just to cut Amos off, so Amos can't get to that. Look at that. Tolbert did that on purpose. He's looking for the rub, and that's why CD is wide open. All right, that's how this offense is designed. So when you say this offense is lame or it's whack, this is how it works. It gets guys wide open, and it gives you plenty of opportunity for yak if you execute properly. But when your number is called and it's time for you to actually do those clear out routes, they tell you because the whole offense is predicated on clear out routes. So they have to tell the receiver who's doing the clearing out what his purpose on the route is so that he does his job. So they know when you're not doing the job, even though we might not pay attention to it. They know when the guy's not doing his job based off of that. But this game alone, look at this game. This is against the Jets, right? These are the things we were doing with CD against the Jets. So the fact that they're not calling some of this stuff, if they're not calling this stuff for CD, or they might be calling it for Cooks and CD's spot, and CD's like, damn, that's usually my play. I thought you was gonna play with my frog. You know what I mean? But look at these plays. Look, this is another play to CD. Look at this. The things they were doing with him was crazy, but that's because CD at this point hadn't pissed Dak off, and they wasn't mad at each other. They got to get on the same page, so that they can get back to doing this type of stuff together. You know what I mean? They got to get on the same page. This here, beautiful play, a drag route. Look at the rubs that's coming off in front of that. Look, these are the rubs. Like this is what this offense is predicated on. Those receivers that just went across the middle, they know that Turpin's getting the ball. And they know their job is just getting his guys' way. That's it. They know what their job is, and they do their damn job. So, CD, do your job when you're asked to do these types of things. Because if it's you, they shouldn't have to bring a rookie on the field or Turpin on the field. See, they got Turpin and Tolbert on the field on this play, right? You shouldn't have to bring rookies on the field to do the dirty work for you because your veterans won't do it. Your veterans should be the ones doing some of this stuff, and they're not doing it. You know what I mean? They're not doing it. What do you do with three good tight ends? You're throwing the goddamn ball. Like under center is where we need to be in third and short and goal line situations. I don't think we'll have a problem if we actually start doing that. You know what I mean? Under center is where we need to be. Under center where we need to be. It's a commercial. Let me get that out of here. What was a great question, Paul? He said aggressive Dak has top passing stats and leads the league in offense. Your odds of being successful and going to the Super Bowl is having high level QB and high scoring offense. Yeah, and a good defense too, though, right? That's not tired as hell, right? I think that counts, don't it? I'll put the defense up there now. I just showed the offense already, so in that highlight, hold on. Let me see. I've got another one for you. Stop sharing and go back. Let's get this one out of here. Boom. Let's look at the Giants game. Yeah, I mean, I feel you, Davey, but what I got to say to that is the offense will pick up. I don't think that they're just automatically. They're not saying they want to have a slow, dragged out offense. The offense will pick up. Let me see if we did any offense in this game. If I broke down any offense. I think I might have just broke down defense. It looked like this was all defense. Yeah, I was breaking down defense this game. Yeah. Oh, no, there's some offense in here. There go those rubs. Look at that. Look at this play here. Watch this play. This is why Ceedee was getting off. Look, other guys are doing the dirty work. Now, on this play on that play was supposed to be Gallup. Let me get back to that one. On that play was supposed to be Gallup on that drag route, and Ceedee just beat his guy one-on-one on the outside, so he got the ball. This is a different play. No, this is that play. Look at those rubs. That was right there, man. That's how he gets open. But look at his release. Look at his release. So Ceedee's over here at the bottom of the screen. Hold on. Make sure y'all can see it first off. Can y'all see it? Yeah. All right, make sure it's blown up. Boom. It's a little bit better now, right? Yeah, there we go. All right, here we go. Let's get back. Look at your release. Boom. Look at his release, though. And even on his release, see, look at that. How did he get wide open? Somebody rubbed him wide pause. Somebody rubbed it. Who that? Gallup. Gallup's going to take his guy off his release. Ceedee going to shake him on the release, and then Gallup going to shield his man. And now Ceedee going to be wide open. Watch Ceedee at the bottom of the screen. This is two rubs. There's going to be rubs in the middle of the field for Gallup to get open. And this is Cooks, I think. Oh, not Gallup. Yeah, that's Cooks. Cooks just rubbed Ceedee's man so Ceedee could get wide open. And the tight end rubbed him again. And it's Ferguson. So Ferguson and Cooks ran those double slants and got Ceedee wide open on that play, right? And then in the middle of the field, they took that same concept and rubbed so Gallup can get open on the drag. So that was a drag and go and two rubs in the middle of that. You know what I mean? Like that's what this offense is built off of. There you go again. You know what I mean? That's what it's built off of. That's what it's built on. So when it's your time to do the same, CD, you gotta do it, bro. You know what I mean? You gotta do it. Why do you keep showing the same, John? What's going on? The same play again. Yeah, why do you keep showing? There we go. Go on. Let's move on, fellas. Let me see what else we doing on offense that I wanted to point out. Now we under center. This is where we need to be when we in the red zone. Under center. I really don't remember what's going on here, but this is what we need to be doing though. Run everything from under center. Boom. Yeah, I like that play too, even though it didn't work. But I like that idea. Running from under center, at least like on third and shorts, you know what I mean? This is where you should be. Because on third and short, look at what you're gonna get in the box, and then look at the type of motion you're getting up front. These are the things we need to be doing. And then if you decide to run the ball, great. But look how they crowded the line of scrimmage. I'll take that all day, even though they got back because it's goal line and they were able to recover. There's nowhere to go on goal line, but in the middle of the field, running from under center is where we need to be with the type of attention that defenses give this offensive line when we look like we're running the ball. Like that's important, man. But I'll let it play out. You know, y'all get my drift when it comes to getting open. So to get open on those plays, right? CD was open on those two plays, right? On those two games, he's open. But this defense, I mean, this offense is designed that other guys get you open. You don't even have to be a guy that constantly wins. So when you see guys not winning their one-on-ones and but it looks like we don't have the proper spacing, or you see guys running rubs and they're not rubbing, like they're running slants, but they're not rubbing their guys. That's because they're not executing it properly. You see how they want to execute this offense. That's how they want to execute this offense. Marcus Wynn, what's up, bro? To the Coy, yay! I'm gonna say it like you said it. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. All right, I'm gonna stop going in. I'm not gonna say the last, but I'm unless y'all ask me, I'm not really gonna keep talking about CD, man. Like CD know what it is. I think he kind of got his feelings hurt, and he showed it, but I think he know what it is at this point. So let's just see what he gets, what he gets done this week, and then we'll go from there. A mix of that and play adjustment system as setups for the as setups. I think that's what you meant for the go ball or outs set with the same lineup as a pass for your screens, your motions against your sweeps or fullback power with your tail mesh. So you're saying basically come out in those same formations and you do a number of things from the same looks so that way, defense don't know what the hell you're doing. So when you run a mesh rail concept, you're running some flood concepts, you're running some play actions, you're running some stretch plays, some off tackles, all from the same 2-3 looks, from those power looks. And you're exactly right. Like you look night and day different if you run this offense that way. I'll put some shoddy in there on this one. I'll put that in here because of this play that's coming up. I'm gonna show you. So this is Schottenheimer's video where I was showing what that same play that I said I liked. I think they should run it differently with CD running as like a jet sweep behind that. But yeah, this is that same play that he just threw to Turpin on the sideline that got blown up. But yeah, we need to run an array of things, man. Stop coming at Davey, man. Leave Davey alone. Davey in there, you in there going to war, Davey. See, you got to jam at the line of scrimmage. We definitely need to jam at the line of scrimmage. I don't know what the hell we was doing last game, man. He said, "Dan." He said, "Dang, Okoye, that's Henny no chase." What's Henny no chase? What you mean? What I do? Tell me again. My guy said Herbert might kill us. I ain't say that, did I? If I did, yeah, that is Henny no chase, ain't it? He said LV is consistently soft. Y'all's going crazy in here, man. Shout out to C. Cesar, Yoha too. Yoha been asking some good questions. Davey in there arguing. Miles P, what's up? Ryan, what's good? Ryan R. He said Mayweather is proof that because his consistency there, we're more talented boxers. There were more talented boxers. Yeah, consistency is it. There were more talented boxers than Mayweather. Yep. CD is not a contested catch across the middle in front of a safety guy. And that's where all the picks and drops happen. Yeah, he needs them sideline goals that Gallup gets. Yep, he needs those, and he needs He needs a lot of those clear out routes so he gets the ball where he's wide open and can get some yak. Like Ceedee is that guy. I don't care about his stats. His stats are gassed up against bad team. He has maybe one quality win in which he played exceptional. Not a game manager in the last 7 years. Oh wow, that's a lie. You don't like that. You really just can't stand ball. What's good of your Koye? How can you have 12-5 seasons, 12-5 seasons back to back and play nobody? Like no quality wins in 24 games. Those 24 games and those 12-5 seasons. So the 10 losses were against quality teams, and the 24 wins were against all bums. So if it's 24 bums in the league, 24 teams that are just bummy that we're playing, then Dak still is one of the best quarterbacks in the league because that means the majority of the teams he come up against are bums, right? All right, what's good, Okoye? How can DQ get the most out of his DBs and Parsons when it comes to pass defense moving forward this season? You get the most out of your DBs. If you got press man DBs, you let them press, man. That's really it. I mean, that was a play on words with it. But yeah, you let them press. You got press man DBs, you got to let them press. So that's one, especially when you got guys like Gilly who, is not as fast anymore. You got to let him put his hands on the guy, man. That pause, but that's real shit. You got to let him do it. Other than that, I would say Parsons in the middle of the field because nobody wants to deal with. Nobody knows what Parsons is doing when you put him in the middle of the field. It's like, what is he doing? You know what I'm saying? You don't know what he's doing. So him in the middle of the field on early down stops the run. It gets you an extra defensive lineman out there, that can stop the run with you. Like I said, Osa. We talked about it. Osa, Chauncey on the opposite side of D-Law. If you put Chauncey out there opposite D-Law with two guys in the middle, with Osa in the middle and Hankins, or Nev in the middle with Hankins, or Mozzie in the middle with Hankins, or Mozzie and Osa, or Mozzie and Hankins in the middle, or Fehoko and Osa, doesn't matter. Those guys on the line with Micah Parsons at middle linebacker, you're going to have a whole different team. Now, we won't look the same as far as like early down sacks and stuff. And you might, because you can still blitz Micah. You can still bring 5. You don't even have to load the box with Mike out there. You have your big nickel with your safety in the box, whoever that's going to be, Donald Wilson, whatever, Wanye, Curse, whoever that's going to be, with your 2 linebackers, right? So your front 7 will be able to stop the run effectively if Micah Parsons is that linebacker because of the way he plays linebacker. Same thing if you have Micah Parsons and Evans at linebacker. You're not running the fucking football on early downs. And then we can blitz as much as we want on third downs. We look great. We'll still get same amount of sacks, same amount of pressures because we'll get teams in third and long situations. The difference is we won't be giving it up so easily on the edges. Running quarterbacks will be like, I dare you. I dare you to run when you got a spy with Micah and Evans spying you. I dare you. Please. They're going to knock your head off, both of them. Clark, too. So Clark can hit. You just need to change his temperament. That's what I would do. Because that's what works. They haven't run successfully against those type of looks yet. When we play that 5-2 look with even though LVE's on the edge, LV, all he got to do on that play is set the edge. So you're making it so that he's doing something that is important, but you shouldn't have Micah Parsons setting the edge. Why? Because when Micah Parsons is setting the edge, he's also his biggest attribute is pursuit and his big playability. You ain't setting the edge and making big plays. Like setting the edge is dirty. That's dirty work. You know what I mean? That's dirty work. You're going to get yours for doing it. You're going to get some sacks sometimes for playing contain. You're going to get some spill out tackles for the loss when you set the edge, but you're not the guy when you setting the edge. You know what I mean? You setting the edge for somebody else to eat usually. And Micah don't need to be doing that. Micah need to be the guy that you funneling everything to. So the same way you're saying feed Ceedee, you don't tell me you feed Micah Parsons with him at edge. You feed him when he's in the middle of the field. If he's a middle linebackers get all the wreck. So Micah should be the guy that you want hitting guys on the opposing team as early and often as possible. He should be leading his team in tackles and leading his team in sacks. For real. If you want to really make him a chess player, that's how you do it. On early downs, you can still blitz him from the A gap if you want to. You can still blitz him from anywhere if you want, but still make him a middle linebacker. Make him a middle linebacker. All right. He said Lamb gets crushed in the middle of the field, still holds onto the ball. Damn near broke his neck in that Jets game. That's true. That's true. You said Lamb versus Asante Samuels Jr. That's gonna be some shit. That's gonna be some shit, ain't it? That's gonna be a good matchup. Okoye Media. Let's see what he said. He said CD has improved himself. CD has the best statistical start in his first 3 years of the three other 88s we had. CD has 107 grabs for 13, 59, and 9 TDs last year. What did we do? I'm talking about what did we do? When I say he has improved himself, I'm talking about like have you proven yourself as a leader on this team? He just took over as the leader of the team last year. That was his first year as the number one. He wasn't the number one before that. It was Coop. So CD just became a number one last year, and he did what you just said, right? But look at how early he is into being that guy. It's falling apart very early, is what I mean. For him to be 3 years in and it's already you already have this much trouble with your QB, that's not proving yourself. What are you talking about? It ain't about stats. I ain't talking about stats. Stats wise, he proved himself. I don't care about that. Lamb can't prove himself if he don't get the ball. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. It's about how you carry yourself as a professional, is what we're talking about. We're not talking about ability. Y'all keep talking about ability. Ability. He got all the ability in the world. I like CD Lamb. CD Lamb is not a bum. He's not trash. When I say he's not a true number one, it's because he's not doing the things that make this team better. He's not doing the dirty work that makes this team better. He wants the ball. He wants the scheme to fit him. I get all that. That's all going to happen. But you got to show selflessness at times. You know what I mean? I don't think he's showing that. We all know what the offense is lacking, but what can this defense do to be more solid? I just said it. Put stout guys on the edge. Pick guys that want to get hit, that want to hit something on the edge, and let them set it. Dorrance is not a guy that I want setting the edge for me. Fowler and Sam Williams are guys that I want out there on third and long situations, situational pass rushers, and situational spell guys for those guys that's doing the dirty work. But and maybe you're against running quarterbacks, you might put them out there because they got more speed. But the guys that should consistently be on the field should be Chauncey, Osa, Hankins, and D Law. Then you got Mozzie, Fahoko, and and Nev who can rotate in there. And then when you want to put Micah and those other guys out there every once in a while, do it. But those other guys I just named, all of them can stop the run. They all like stopping the run. And I want 4 guys down linemen that want to stop the run. I don't want 2 guys in the middle because right now they're not running in the middle, are they? They're not running in the middle on us. They're running on the edges because the guys on the edges are the guys who don't stop the run from the edge. Micah Parsons does not stop the run from the edge, nor should he. He should be a middle linebacker stopping the run. You know what I mean? So that's what I would do to make this defense better. Put Micah off the ball and let him run to the ball. Let him run to the ball and make those guys from the edge turn the ball back inside to him. It should be a triangle defense. It should be Mozzie, Hankins, Micah behind them, right? Like a pyramid. You know what I mean? That's it. And everything should be funneling into those 3 guys. Because those 3 guys, those 2 that's in front of him, going to take double teams for a split second and let him choose what gap he want to jump. And he going to get tackles for losses, which are sacks anyway. You can get a lot of tackles for losses with those guys in front of him. And then when they do miss or whiff on a double team and the guy gets to the second level, Micah is not, he's so used to being on the defensive line and dealing with offensive linemen in tight spaces. He damn sure ain't gonna be able to get him in space. Like he gonna shake you. You know what I mean? So that's what I would do to help those guys out. The secondary just needs to press, I think. They need to press more. He said that's why I was asking. That boy good. He said I would have smoked a fatty and walking the dog. Y'all still on here. Yeah, man. I was knocked out all day. I was in Cali. So I came back. I was asleep all day, so I woke up I was like, damn, I woke up like 11 o'clock. I said, I'm going live, man. So, Okoye, you could explain Cedric Wilson ate so well, why he ate so well in Dallas. Yeah, him and Dak had a lot of chemistry. They had a lot of chemistry, number one. And two, there was focal points. You had Coop that was a focal point. You had Gallup and CD. These guys are focal points. And then you throw a guy like Cedric out there, he's not a focal point. He's not a guy that you're saying we got to do something special to stop him because he was a dirty work guy too. Cedric Wilson and Jalen Tolbert remind me a lot of each other, except for Jalen Tolbert's bigger and I think will be better overall. But Cedric Wilson reminds me a lot of Jalen Tolbert, a guy that's on film willing to do the dirty work. And don't tell me that number ones don't do it. Some don't. But when you watch Cooper Kupp will be on the offensive line blocking the defensive ends and then running routes. See what I'm saying? D-Hop, same thing. Dez, same thing. You know, these guys will be there doing the dirty work to get other guys open. I want a guy who thinks like Hines Ward, but has the talent of a Devontae Adams. Like I want you to be a guy that's selfless, that will do the dirty work to get other guys open, like Cooks is doing right now, like Tolbert is doing right now, but also have that mentality where you can get open against anybody and you want the ball. Like you need to be able to do both, man. Keenan Allen too. Keenan Allen to come down and block you, man. But he also, he gets the ball because he's a selfless guy. But he also is a guy that you can feed the ball to, and he's going to get you open. And he's going to get open for you. I mean, and he's going to get your rating up when you throw the ball his way. That's what you got to do. I guarantee you, if Dak feels like CD is his best bet to look good, he's going to throw the ball to CD. So CD got to start making your quarterback look good. I scroll up like Law in the chat. Is he? I see. If he is, shout out to Law, man. I'm up late. It's 3 a.m. I got to go. Oh, let me see. They did this versus San Fran as well. San Fran had linebacker push calls and hit up that mesh concept. Yeah. Fred Warner was ready for that mesh rail and all of those rubs. He was ready. He was on front. But he was only ready because, at the end of the day, they didn't do a lot of making you find guys. And they didn't make Fred Warner when we went in the man. When he was playing, man, they didn't stress him out with Ferg. Ferg was whooping his ass. Ferg was whooping his ass. He said, damn, dude was open as fuck. Yeah, he was open as fuck because of other guys. You know what I mean? Not because he's shaking guys and getting open. CD don't have to get open in this offense. All he got to do is shut the fuck up and just wait for the ball. They're going to make sure you get open. They know. So this is what I'm saying. They know how to get CD open, bro. They know how to get him open. It's a reason he's not getting the ball, and it's him. Yeah, it's him. Said, what's up with Mozzie Smith? Really nothing, man. Like, it's unfortunate because here's the problem. When you got guys who don't set the edge, the tackle will take place out here on the edge because there's nobody turning the ball back inside. A defensive tackle, both Hankins and Mozzie are not going to eat in this defense until you got guys who are selflessly setting the edge and turning everything back inside. When you could force running backs to have to run into the A gap or stay front side with their plays, those defensive tackles, they don't have a lot of time. Because think about it. If the reason play actions work on a defensive line and the reason cutback lanes work is because you got a 340-pound guy that's had to push 700 pounds. He has to take that double team to the right? Read it, disengage those two guys, and then get to the cutback too, right? It's hard to do. But if you got a guy that's setting the edge, forcing that play to stay front side, now that defensive tackle doesn't have to go two directions. He can see it, go on front side, deal with the double team, and stay front side with it because the ball carrier is still going to be right there in front of him. When you don't set the edge, you're giving that guy, that running back, a lane to escape. And when he got a lane to escape, the defensive tackle going to look like he's going to look out of the play because he ran front side with the first action, and it got cut back to the left, and now he's 20 yards up the field that way. But that's not the defensive tackle's fault. That is them not setting the edge. When you look at where the yards are coming against this team on the ground, it ain't in the middle. When I see that, if I saw Mozzie getting run at, then I would be talking about Mozzie. If I saw Hankins getting run at, I would be talking about those guys. But they're not running at those guys. They're running on the edges. So the guys and they're not running at D-Law right now. So the guys who need to step up on the edge are Micah, Dorrance, Fowler, Van Williams. Those guys on the edge are not that great on the edge, to be honest with you. They're not. But if you need to go take one of those guys that like that type of work, turn Chauncey into the new Tyrone Crawford and let him just work his way up and down the line of scrimmage. But on early downs, he need to be your starter on opposite D Law. He needs to be your starter because he is a bona fide run stopper and could take double teams and do it while undersized. All right. Much love, Frederick Garrett. He said, CD, the truth. He said, look at Coop numbers. Y'all think he was a god. What else does CD have to do? Yo, man. Y'all crazy. Until you the quarterback and CD not talking to you, then you like, yeah, you're gonna show him something. A lot of times it's the ones who got the ability that let it bite them in the ass. The ones without it, without the ability, go about it in a different way. It's just like, yeah. It's like, yeah, yeah. You already know what that is. Yeah. Dallas has chess pieces. Yeah, you're right, Caesar. He said Fred wasn't ready for 73 though. Yeah, that's why we should have been under center. He says 3 a.m. Gotta go. Yeah, man, I gotta go, man. I do. Sam needs more snaps, period. I think his turf toe is the reason he not getting more snaps. But yeah, I didn't really get a chance to really even talk about the Chargers much because we've been talking about they played in the background, but we've been talking about CD so much we didn't really get a chance to even talk about what we were looking at. But just some takeaways from what I saw or what I saw earlier looking at Herbert. Herbert's a guy that always keeps his eyes upfield. He is a general out there. He's not scared to, he can put the ball in tight spaces from bad positions. So he's a live duck no matter where he is, So we got to pay attention and definitely uh, stay on our guy on the back on the back side because he will make a lot of big plays and he can get the ball out there even when it looks like he might be under pressure or might be about to get sacked. He can still throw it, and he can still sling that ball. So Herbert's going to be tough to stop, but I think this game is a game that suits us defensively because Herbert is a guy that doesn't look to run. He's a guy that you can rush to a spot and get to him. He gave us trouble last time we played him. I think he should be in the middle of the field. Kellen, you're right. Pickley Rick. Kellen is going to be in his bag, and this should be a great game. Tomorrow, I will be watching a lot of the. I will be watching a lot of the games that are in our division, like the Eagles and the Giants and whoever's playing. But can't wait for Monday, man. I can't wait. I'm almost as excited for this game as I was for the San Fran game. I'm excited. This season I've just been excited, period. Like I've been in my bag, man. I've been in my bag. Things is looking, good. And I don't mean like just football wise, just everything is rolling. So I feel like I'm in my comfort zone now where I can get out here, like doing stuff like this. I got seeds, man. I'm a good dad, man. I do what I'm supposed to do. So getting time to do these has just been crazy and having the energy. But God bless me with the energy right now because I've been up late and just ready. You know what I mean? Doing ghost time. And then, I got people around me who don't bitch and complain about shit like that. I got a lot of non-CD lammers around me. You know what I'm saying? Selfless football players on the team. Shout out to my chick. She don't get mad when I say, yo, I hop out of bed and I run around to the studio at 12 o'clock at night. I don't gotta hear nobody mouth, you know what I'm saying? Because I do my goddamn job. Feel me? So I'm giving CD a little bit of shade, but on some real shit, man. Let me just say this because you can't. It gets lost in translation on Twitter where you read it versus hear me. When you hear me, you hear. It's tough love coming at you, but you gotta think about it. CD, he a young guy. He gonna get it together. But I'm telling him that's not how you get it together. That's what I'm saying to him. You don't get it together and you don't get on the same page with your quarterback. I don't care who you are, not talking to the quarterback. Like if you want the ball, you definitely want to make that guy understand where you're coming from. And you also, when he does throw you the ball, you want to make it so that you make it count so that he knows, hey, I can rely on this guy to do it the right way. Play the game the right way. You're gonna stop looking at, I just dropped my stone, but stop looking at Justin Jefferson, stop looking at Chase, Stop looking at these guys who you want to, stay dominant and stay up there in the races with, and just be one of those guys who make sure your team is in position to win, and you'll get all the other accolades that you're looking for, man. That's coming. But yeah, uh, time for me to go, man. I don't even want to leave, but I've been on here 2 hours. So I'll talk to y'all. Jumped on at 1 a.m. today. I'll probably jump on again tomorrow and just talk all day when we watch some football. I'll probably come here to the studio and watch some football. Whoever made the decision to move on from Mari Cooper is paying the price right now. You're right about that. I like Lamb, but Amari separation was different, and at times it broke ankles like MJ. Yeah, Lamb is good, but Lamb is not. He doesn't run routes like nobody. Not too many people run routes like Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper is a different animal. So yeah, we are paying for that right now. I wouldn't be opposed to going back and getting him. To be honest, go trade for him back. Go get him. You know what I mean? Something. But yeah, man, that's enough of it. I'm out. I'm probably tired too, so I'm out of here, man. Talk to y'all. Love it. Oh, I got one more person in here. My bad. I keep saying it. Man, I've been taking heat all week. I'm glad this game is about to come on. Let's get a W so we can get the monkey off our backs, man. I feel you. Let's do it. This is one. If it's one that we can win, this is it. So let's win it. We got a tough sled ahead of us. We got them. We got the Rams. We got the Eagles. We got some teams that we're gonna have to, we're gonna have to rock out with. Yeah, I appreciate y'all too. Make sure all 132 of y'all, if y'all haven't right now, look down. You know, use your finger and press the like button. You know what I'm saying? But Iceberg Q, what's up? Rue Glock, what up? Pickles Ray, Pickle Lee Ray, Richmond Coleman, Pace, Herbert Beverly, all y'all, man. Choctaw, I'm out.